We seek the truth about our world, the level plane we pursue. No curves or spins, no gravity's rule. Just a solid ground where we all stand true. Shout it out loud, let the doubters hear. We're waking up the world, spreading far and near. A flat level Earth Research Foundation we embrace, unveiling the secrets with a steady pace. No more spinning, no more tilting skies. The truth is out there right before our eyes. Question the globe, dare to think twice. Together we'll prove it, break the illusion's eye. The globe is over, the world is waking up. Come join the Flat Level Earth Research Foundation. Free your mind from the globe prison.
All right, welcome back to the Flat Earth Podcast. I'm your co-host, Matt Long, and with me as always is Flat Earth Dave. Dave, are we fulfilling our 2024 podcast requirements here?
Absolutely.
Nice.
I mean, I think our quota for the year is it one or is it?
No, I think it's probably less than one.
It's less than one.
Yeah. So we're exceeding our
We've already exceeded. Yes, perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. You never know. There might be two. That would be crazy.
That would be crazy. We might have a lot of awesome stuff to talk about, which may require more than one podcast.
My question is, it's already June of 2024. This is one. How many more babies will you have if we do another one in 2024?
I will have 0 additional babies, but funny you should mention, the first thing I want to talk about is a Mandela effect related to my most recent birth. So
how long ago was your most recent birth? Was it before our
April.
after our last podcast?
Yeah, after our last podcast. Yeah. So since then,
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So today we're going to run down, we got a Mandela effect. We've got my new book that's come out. We've got some really cool pickleball news that we're going to announce. We've got some really awesome additions to the app, to the Flat Earth Sun Moon Zodiac Clock app. We've got a very exciting crypto announcement for the app and for Flat Earth in general. And then we want to talk about a couple meetups coming up. So we'll start with the Mandela effect. And what happened was, on April 3rd, I had a new baby. And of course, we don't do ultrasounds. We don't go to the doctor. In fact, we had the baby at home and I caught the baby. And I thought for sure it was going to be a boy. Everybody thought it was going to be a boy. Jessica thought it was going to be a boy. And turns out it wasn't. It was my 6th daughter, if you can believe it. And for the first
6 girls, 8 boys. What's the count?
6 girls, 2 boys. Yeah.
Oh, 2 boys. Sorry. Okay.
Right. So the first 24 hours of her life, her name was Dolly Blossom. And I even made an announcement on Instagram that her name was Dolly Blossom. But later we changed it to Lowen Blossom. Lowen is my wife's maiden name. And instead of just saying, hey, we changed her name, I just went and edited my post on Instagram. So people who saw the post originally might be asking me about Dolly, and I would just be like, no, her name's Lowen. I'm not sure where you saw that. And so
this is a Matt created Mandela.
Yeah. Which I think a lot of them are, but this one definitely is. So
Nice.
If you thought her name was Dolly Blossom, her name's actually Lowen Blossom.
Wow, I like it.
Yeah.
So you are responsible for some Mandela.
It's probably not top 10 on the Mandela effect list, but it's approaching.
I saw it. I saw it. Perfect. I like it. Funny.
Yeah. So other than that, the newest news at our house is I've come out with a new edition of my book. This will be the 3rd edition. 2nd edition just caught a bunch of like errors in the first, maybe some typos, things like that. Self-published. So On this latest edition, I actually have a publisher. It's Trilogy Christian Publishing. I've added about 20% new content and totally reorganized it. My original book was written more towards like Christian flat earthers. This is written to people who maybe haven't even ever encountered the topic before. So a lot more inclusive, a lot more. It takes a logical approach to it. Over the course of the chapters, it collects about 14 reasons why it's logical and okay and safe to doubt the heliocentric model.
And
And
that book can be found on the app in the book section. And the name of the book is
The House That Jesus Built. You can also go to mattlongbook.com. That'll take you to Amazon. You can get it on Barnes and Noble as well. The cool thing about Barnes and Noble is if you click on the author, it talks about me, but it's some other dude's picture. Some more famous Matt Long, I guess.
So you admit you're in this for the money, the book sales. Is that what it is?
Well, book sales help my family survive. That is correct.
Okay.
But yeah.
Anything that we offer to the public that people want, that's amazing, that educates people, is all about the money.
No, I think
pretty funny.
I originally wrote the book because I wasn't sure how much longer I was going to do Flat Earth, and I kind of wanted a nice little package that I could put a bow on and just hand to someone and say, "Hey, this is what I believe and why I believe it." But when I reread it recently, I just kind of felt like I could do a better job. And so what I've done is taken that original book and I've put it in a much better, more organized order. And then I've also added some stuff to it that we've encountered over the last couple of years since I wrote the original. So, like I said, Christian Trilogy Publishing is my publisher. They're owned by TBN, which is a big Christian network. So that's exciting to kind of have them behind me. And yeah, I think I'm really excited about it. There is thought I had something else to say about it, but maybe I don't. I think I've tried to kind of like redub Flat Earth into intelligent alternative design, trying to maybe get away from the stigma of Flat Earth and maybe create kind of a new category there. It was actually it's number one and number two currently under new releases for creationism on Amazon. So that's pretty cool.
Is that a big category on Amazon?
I'm assuming it's huge. And the way it's number one and number two is one is paperback, one is Kindle. So yeah, I'm assuming there's millions of books in there. And then,
now, is this a good if you're trying to wake up your preacher, your pastor, is this a good book to give them?
I think it's the book to give them because it's not an encyclopedia weighted book. Like it's a small book. Like in my opinion, the best Christian book would probably and most like inclusive would be Dean Odell's book, like Clay Under the Steel.
Right.
But it might be hard to get someone to read that because it's so big. And so I joked with Dean at the Flat Earth debate that you could use my book as a bookmark in his, but my book might lead people to his. And so mine's a pastor could read mine in an evening.
I think the attack plan that I would use to get a pastor is show them your 7-minute video, Dear Pastor, which is on the app in the biblical section. Then they'll be, if they're like, that's interesting, then give them your bookmark book and then give them Dean Odell's book and they're in. You got them.
Yeah, I think that would absolutely be a great play.
Yeah. The Dear Pastor is still, everyone talks about it. They're like, this is the greatest video to wake a pastor up. So I'm sure it's woken up a bunch. We probably don't. I've heard some stories, but I haven't heard a lot. There's probably a lot more out there than we're hearing.
Yeah, I think of all the videos that I've done, I think that's the one I get the most comments and compliments on, just from coming from the biblical perspective there. I actually have a child sneaking in on me here.
Hello.
Say hello. You didn't meet this one in Austin when you came down.
Yeah, we had a meetup in Austin. I was in Austin doing a series of interviews over a few days, and we got together. I haven't seen you in quite a while. How long?
Yeah, we hadn't seen each other since the debate.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's the last time
in Nashville.
and It was great. We had meetup, had 50 people show up. That was a lot of fun. And then I did Roseanne Barr. I did Infowars, and then the Way Forward podcast, which a lot of people may not know, but it's a great podcast. And then Luke's story. It all just kind of worked out in those 3 days I was there. It was awesome.
Yeah, so tell me about Roseanne's show because you said at the time you thought it was the best interview you've ever done.
Yeah, because we're sitting on a couch, I don't have to focus on pulling up images and everything. And she was very high and she was very focused on listening. So, I tried to keep when you're having a conversation, I can talk for 25 minutes explaining something, but I was giving her just little chunks and she's like, oh, yeah, I totally get that. I totally agree. And then she would add something more and it was back and forth and she gets it. And she's at the end, her son, who's the producer, the third person on the podcast, beforehand, he said, Roseanne said she's very open to it because Eddie Bravo kind of tipped her over when he was on her show. And he goes, I'm more skeptical. He goes, I'm not there yet. And at the end, she just looks over at him and goes, after we're done recording, she goes, are you there yet? Are you there now? It's like, and he's like, man, if I had to choose right now, I'm leaning that way. And it was awesome. And then she said to me, she goes, I'm so excited to have new stuff to look into. That's what more can you ask for?
Yeah, Roseanne is pretty awesome. If we got young listeners who don't know who Roseanne Barr is, she had a huge sitcom back in the was it 90s on
Called
for
Roseanne.
Roseanne, many years. And I recently saw her at one of the Trump rallies, and she was there with who's the guy who was Goat Boy, Jim Brewer.
Jim Brewer, right.
Yeah. So they were both there. They both spoke. And then I saw that Jim was on her podcast and they were talking about clones, Hollywood clones and stuff. And I was like, oh man, like she might be ready for this,
Yeah, no, she's there. She's way into old world technology, old world buildings and stuff. And now the flat earth, she gets it. And when I pointed out, like why I said belief. I've stolen. I've altered Crow 777's saying belief is the enemy of knowing, but I changed it. Belief is the lazy man's knowing because it takes no effort. And I said that, and she was like, "I totally agree. I love you." Right? She's like freaking out. It was really amazing, and she's already invited me back for round two. I'm not sure when that'll happen, but let this one blow up in her face first, and all the trolls attack her, and I think she loves that.
Well, that's one of your guarantees, right? When you go on someone's show, is that they'll invite you back.
Well, they'll invite me back, and literally, I'm the luckiest guy in the world because this topic is the most engaging and the most passionate topic. And 99% of the shows I go on, my episode ends up being the highest viewed, one of their highest viewed, if not the highest viewed ever. I good.
I was just say, tell me about Infowars because I'm pretty sure you broke a record there.
Yeah, so Infowars, we were there on the best day and the worst day. The best day because Infowars was talking about the Trump, the whole Trump arresting thing. So they had a massive lead in. It's like I'm the sitcom that comes right after the Super Bowl, right? The lead in was awesome. It was awesome. So we're supposed to be the last 90 minutes of the show, but Alex did not want to talk about flat Earth. He was texting. He tried to cancel the day before, but his assistant Daria, she's like, "You can't cancel." And then he's texting Eddie, going, "I don't want to talk about flat Earth. I'll talk about it for a minute," And then so we're kind of scheming in the green room. We're like, we'll start off with talk about old world a little bit, and then that'll lead into flat Earth. 5 seconds in, we're Eddie's just like right in his face on flat Earth. And Eddie's so good because Eddie is good friends with him, and Eddie knows how to yell and scream and cut him off because that's what he does, right? Anytime I made a point, every time I made a solid point, he would just scatter to the next one, right? But Eddie would call him out. He's like, "Oh," he goes, "Oh, you got him. He said, "No, you didn't get me." But overall, it went way better than we thought it was going to go. I missed the Greg Reese from Infowars gave me a tip. Alex loves 1984, right? And he said, when Alex asks you, why would they lie? And the answer is because they want you to believe 2 + 2 is 5, because that would make Alex like kick in. I had that. It was the biggest note I had, everything. You can never plan what's going to happen on a podcast like that on Infowars.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
totally lost it. I totally lost it.
Alex Jones is tough in that because he does exactly what
Yeah.
you ask people not to do, is jump to a new subject before you're even done
Yeah.
explaining the first one, that is difficult.
And also all the points I was making, I could explain something in like 3 minutes. I could really describe it, but I have to narrow that down to 20 seconds if I'm lucky with Alex. So while I'm doing this, I'm like, which part do I leave out? Which part do I skip to? And it was like, you don't know what's going to happen. And I didn't know how receptive he was going to be or how anti. But I'll tell you, during the commercial breaks, Eddie and I were rousing him about, about him hey, you're playing a good role, you're not admitting the earth is flat, not admitting, and he just had a lot of dupers delight on. I'll just say that. So,
That's
I
pretty
think,
good. And then at the end, when you found out it was the most viewed show live ever.
yeah, I thought the producers came running in and they're like, they showed them the ratings and it was, if not the highest, up there with the highest. I think they said the highest, but it makes perfect sense, and it's got to go viral. And I put it up on YouTube, and Infowars allows you to copy any of the stuff. I put it on YouTube. It was up for 11 hours. It got about 20,000 views, and then they took it down. YouTube took it down and said, strike, violating service, no explanation, violating terms. But
Wow.
anytime you see something that's on the app or on my channel that gets deleted by YouTube, just go to flatearthdave.tv and everything is blocked up there. That's an undeletable blockchain server. So
Yeah,
if you're looking for
absolutely.
something and you can just search it by name if it's not right at the beginning, flatearthdave.tv.
Yeah, well, great. Well, obviously, my whole YouTube channel got deleted a number of years ago, and then I recently put a new channel up and started uploading my stuff again, and then it got removed again. And same deal, tried to appeal it, and they said, no, you violated community guidelines. They're trying to keep YouTube a safe place, is what they say.
Yeah,
But
by rationally, clearly, without any swear words, explaining the reality of our world breaks their terms of service.
right.
It's amazing. Mike Adams, who is great on a lot of things and is totally lost when it comes to flat earth, nuclear bombs, and stuff like that. You can't throw the baby out with the bathwater. He has brighteon.com. And there is zero shadow banning on his website. You can upload anything that doesn't, that's not obscene. And anyone that subscribes to you get the feeds. Everything works perfectly over there. The problem is you can't post those links on Facebook or Twitter, right? You can't share. There could be a video on puppy dogs and kittens playing together, and you can't post a Brighteon link, right? What does that tell you? It's crazy what's going on in the censorship world.
Yeah. Tell you what, because of that, we need like some extracurricular, recreational things to calm our nerves because of all the censorship. And one thing people can do is play pickleball. What do you think about that, Dave? Ever played pickleball?
I love playing pickleball. I actually just started maybe 2 years ago, and you've got these rackets called the Flat Smacker. And you can find the link right on flatearthdave.com. And tell us about the rackets. Now, for those of you that don't know, Matt could have been a professional tennis player. You were ranked up high.
Well, I mean, could have been suggests that it was my choice of whether I was or not.
You were close.
I played collegiate tennis. I played some very low level pro, but when I did the math of what I could make with my college degree and where I needed to be ranked in the world in tennis in order to make that same amount, the gap was shockingly large. So, first of all, in pickleball, you don't call it racket, you call it a paddle.
That's right.
And so I have recently started playing a lot of pickleball thanks to my dad. And I had a really tough time finding paddles that I like. So I created this. It's called the Cleaver. And there's a lot of cool features about the Cleaver, but in general, it's really aimed at ex-tennis players, solid pickleballers. This is a player's racket, full carbon fiber, enhanced balance. It's a great paddle. Now, when I told Dave about this, he was like, "You got to send me a couple," and I said, "Okay, no problem." And he said, "But wait, can you make a flat Earth paddle?" And I said, "Sure, that sounds like a lot of fun." So what Dave and I have coordinated on this one here, and so we've got a map of the flat Earth. By the way, the flat smacker, as you guys would know what flat smacking means, the flat smacker is the same specs as the cleaver. It's just decorated to flat smack people. So you got flatsmacker.com on here. And by the way, if you're listening, I'm actually showing this on the screen. And then we've got a QR code here that goes to Dave's site, which is the ultimate flat smacking site, leading you to the Flat Earth Sun Moon Zodiac Clock app. But it's really pretty. It's even Flat Earth Podcast colors.
It does look like our logo at at first glance, the colors and style, if you will. Considering you, no, did you design the logo? I forget. No, that might have been Curious J. Curious J did it. But
oh yeah, no, I did not do the podcast logo.
yeah.
No,
great job. I'm excited to it's just a conversation starter. And hey, if you're a flat earther and you play pickleball and you want a good racket, you're gonna have to buy a racket. Why not buy a great racket that's branded Flat Earth and supports Flat Earth? So you're in it for the money, right?
Again, I'm trying to spread Flat Earth.
Yes.
I would like to recoup some costs, though. How about that?
On the app, if you go to the shopping cart, there's a Flat Smacker button right there. It's right at the top. So if anybody wants to do that, and pickleball is super fun. All right.
Yeah, it's probably the most social sport in the world by just the nature of the way it's played, with people waiting to play next and all those things. And so, what better way to infiltrate than with the flat smacker? And it's such a good paddle, and it's so good looking. I actually think people might buy it on accident, like on Amazon, not knowing that
it's a flat smacker. It's
right. Yeah, because like you can smack the ball flat in pickleball, and so they just might think that. So if you want to know about the paddle and the specifications on it, you can go to cleaver.pro, and that'll also link you to where you can buy the flat smacker. If you scroll down to the very bottom, there's a little icon that says FE, and if you click on that, it'll take you there.
I love different things that promote Flat Earth. Like I started I have my south compass. I found a company that actually makes them now, and the Flat Earther owns a company, and they laser cut them, and they're amazing. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, I do.
All right, and people are buying them. People love them. They come up to 36 inches. They're awesome. Great conversation starters. And they also look great in your house. Different colors.
Yeah.
So you can find that on the shopping cart in the app also. And again,
nice.
Here's the thing. I wish I was super wealthy and I could give all this stuff away for free. I just want people to have it. And I didn't put them on for a couple of years because I couldn't find a place to make them cheap enough. They were just like, that's too expensive. These are from $29 up to like $150, depending on the size.
Yeah. And again, like, just like when I used to make videos on YouTube before they took it down, every video I made, my intention was that, all right, this video can be a tool for someone to share on this specific topic. And it, like on the challenging questions, just like on the app, you've got the frequently asked questions. Every video in there is a tool. These are also tools. The book is a tool. The paddle is a tool. And the idea is, again, spread truth. And speaking of the app, we've got some updates to the app. And those updates are a matchmaker and a meetup maker. Why don't you tell us about those?
The matchmaker is, well, let's start with the meetup maker. The meetup maker is to get people together. You go on it, you can sort by date. And you just pick the dates, and then you tell it to sort by date or by newest. Like, let's say you're checking it every day, you just want to see if there's anything new. And then all the meetups will load up, because the biggest problem I have is every time I have a meetup over the next couple of weeks, people hear about it, they'll see a video from it, and they're like, "Oh, I wish I knew. I was right around the corner. I didn't know." Now on the Meetup Maker, you'll see them if you check, but you also don't even have to check. If you go to the bottom button, it says alert me of local meetups, and I have it set to 1,000 miles. You can go 500 miles or 100 miles. and it'll email you or send you a push notification or both anytime anyone enters one within your radius. So you get an email, link right to it. All the information's there. If you go into the meetup maker and see a meetup you want, there's a chat group for that meetup listed on most of them, and that'll bring you to the chat feature on the page on the app, and then that's where the group will congregate. I'm going to be, this will come out before I go, I'm sure, hopefully. I'm going on the 27th, 24th of June. I'll be speaking at a 4-day music festival in the UK, which is going to be super fun. I'm also this Saturday, God, that's putting me under pressure to get this out. I'll be in a meetup in New York City, in Brooklyn, New York City. So check that out on the Meetup Maker. Just sort by your location or and check it out. So that I'll be at Sounds Beautiful in the UK. I'll also speaking at another one. I think it's on the 25th of June. Flat Earth Social in the UK. Maybe on the 24th. I think it's on the Tuesday before the festival. So I'm all over the place now. And
that's really awesome. And while we're on that topic, I am speaking at a meetup in Waco on the 23rd. And if you want more information on that, you can check out my post on Instagram. I'll also try to create a meetup on the app. And then I'm also speaking at a conference near Orlando in Lakeland on August 8th through 11th. And if you want any more info on that, you guys message me on Instagram or message me on Twitter at Matt Son of Chris, and I can get you that info. And meetups, Dave, they're a great place to meet a future spouse or a girlfriend. And speaking of that, you have now added something to the app called the Matchmaker. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so the Matchmaker is about finding other people. I was going to call it the dating, but I figured, there's a lot of people that, I want some guy friends also that are flat earthers. So I call it the Matchmaker because it'll match people up. Hey, I need a wingman when I'm going out, looking for chicks. Why not have a flat earther with you? So I'm on here. You can set it for put your birth year in, and then what age group range you want, and how far of location you want. Say, hey, within 5,000 miles, within 100 miles, you can set your radius. And then it takes a moment. It's a lot of people on there already. I just did a search, and there's 53 people on here. And then you could swipe from page to page once it loads. There it goes. And you can see the person. You could look at their walls. I encourage people, if you're on the dating matchmaker site, build your profile a little bit. Throw some pictures of yourself on there. Put some information out there so people can check it out. A lot of people don't realize that you can post pictures on your profile wall on the app. Put some videos up, whatever you want. Just like, hey, you want to go out there? Put yourself out there. Let people know that you're who you are, what you are, right? So
yeah, awesome.
Yeah, and you can see mutual friends. And I always tell people are like, well, isn't that dangerous? You know what? Going outside is dangerous. But I say you can look at the person and you can message them. You can then start video chatting with them. Make sure they're not a Nigerian scammer, a romance scammer, and see who their friends are and do a meetup and get together. I mean, it's literally probably the safest, most effective way. And if you look at it, everyone on there is awake and aware of the reality of our world. They don't like the boogeyman, right? They're right in there.
Yeah, if you're looking for a pure blood,
yes,
wide awake partner, that's where you got to start.
And it's I've had people. There's already people there's flat Earth babies out there, flat Earth app babies. There's people that are in great relationships, and there's other people that says, I met this girl last year on the app, and it didn't work out, but we're now best friends. All right, you go into the friends category. That's okay, because every person on there you have so much in common with. It's hard not to become friends. Whether it works out to be a romance or just friends, either one is a win in my book.
Yeah, totally agree. That's awesome. And as everyone probably knows, I met my wife at a Flat Earth conference in Edmonton in 2018, and we got married 4 months later, and the rest is history. It just, when you start out at this level with someone, you one, everything moves faster because you get rid of all the baggage. I've always said, like, it's way easier. Probably the hard way to do it is to go try to meet a girl somewhere and then find out if she's unjabbed, find out if she believes in flat earth, find out if she believes in 9/11, and then
Wait,
um
what? 9/11 wasn't real?
yeah, you
Stop.
haven't heard of that one?
Oh,
Yeah.
I got to look into that one. Stop
Yeah,
looking
you
at that
should. You should
now.
look into that one.
Stop looking
Anyway,
at
it's
that
what I'm
now.
saying. You want to meet a pretty girl, but then you got to qualify her on all these things. The easiest thing to do would be to go to a flat Earth meetup or get on the Flat Earth app, find the prettiest one, and you know she's already met all these qualifications.
Yeah.
So
And start a meetup. Like, hey, you're like, I feel weird going out. Start a meetup. Make sure she's coming to the meetup, and then have a whole bunch of people together. And it's such a great way to put people together. And that's why I did it. That's why I did it, because the app is, we've got 100. How many people we have now in the on the friend finder? There's 188,000 at the time of this recording, and it's rising quickly. And more of them are subscribing, and so they can be on the matchmaker and the meetup maker. It's wild. It's awesome. We're
yeah.
reaching that, and it's just a great tool to bring people together, because in real life is better than Zoom.
Yeah, I agree. The point of all of it is to eventually get in real life with someone and with people. And if anyone listening has never been to a meetup, they are missing out. Like, that is the point of all of this, is to come together, have fellowship, meet people that are like-minded, know that you're not alone in this crazy clown world that we live in. And man, I went to my first conference in, when was it, 2016, in Raleigh. That's where I met Dave, and we've been best of friends ever since, along with many other people who you're able to meet at these deals.
It's like 90% of my friends are from flat earth meetups and
Mhm.
conferences that I've met online and in person. So it's not, it used to be 2014. Oh man, I'm so lonely. I can't talk to anybody, my family, my friends. Now it's flipping. It's flipping. It's like, oh, you're a Glover. I'm not really interested in hanging out with you. But
Right.
here's the thing. We're with the flat earthers, we have the ultimate advantage, because one, we're right. And two, we're never going back to the globe. So the glober has no hope of you ever coming back. There's 0% chance. Zero. But
True.
if the globe person has any intelligence, cares for you, you can easily convert them, and show them the light, if you will.
Absolutely.
So
Well,
we're on the right side of this, and there couldn't be a better time.
yeah, awesome. Well, why don't we take a quick break? And after the break, we're going to have the biggest announcement in the history of the Flat
Yes.
Earth podcast, maybe in the history of the Flat Earth. And it revolves around freedom. Freedom.
All
We'll
right.
be, we'll be back after this.
Got a new app, gonna blow your mind. It's the Flat Earth Sun. On the zodiac clock, you'll find no more censorship, no more Google control. Cover the truth, on the rock and roll. Sun and moon dance across the sky. Zodiac signs, we gotta decipher why. No more hiding, no more lies to deceive us. Open up your eyes, it's time to believe us. Flat Earth revolution. It's time to wake up with the app. It's gonna fill your cup. No more censorship, no more lies. It's time to see the truth. We're all eyes.
My fellow Americans, when will you be getting for yourself, your family, and friends a flat earth, sun, moon, and zodiac app clock app? I need you to get this. This is so important. It tells us where we are and who and why. Now, and here's the point. We're all in different places. Where's the sun? Why is the moon there? They say it, we live on a flat plane. Gotta get this on your phone. The Apple or Android. Listen to this. Kids love it. And I love kids. Do this for yourself, for your family. Go get the flat Earth, sun, and moon zodiac clock. Ask for it by name. I thank you all. I'm happy to take questions. What is the Flat Earth Podcast? Come on, man.
Folks, Alex Jones here, just reminding everybody that we've got a huge special on the website on mental force. Right now, you buy 2 bottles, you get 1 for free, and if that's not a deal you can't beat with a stick, I don't know what is. So if you're looking for mental clarity, something to clear the cobwebs, to focus, mental force is the answer. The other answer, in addition to mental force, is, well, just take a daily dose of the Flat Earth Clock app. You can get it on the iTunes Store, Android. It's available for all phones. Go ahead and install that. And every day, get up, check the video of the day on the Flat Earth Clock app. It's incredible. It's your dose of truth. It helps you think clearly. Between that and the mental force, that will empower you to look into the eyes of the globalists and tell them, hey, no more. We're tired of you trying to take our guns. We're tired of you trying to put poison into our infants. We're tired of you poisoning the water supply. And we're tired of you telling us what shape the world that we live on is. Mental force, 2, buy 2, get 1 free, and the Flat Earth Clock app. Get them both. Think clearly. All right, back with more later.
All right, welcome back to the podcast. Dave and I were just talking about some amazing upgrades and innovations that he's done on the app. And Dave, over the years, you've added and added and added. The app has gotten better and better. It's the $3 is going farther and farther.
And the $10, the app used to be $3 and you get everything, and everybody loved the app. Then I was like adding like higher function features that cost money per use. I said, I'll just make that a subscription. And people started subscribing, and it's good. Now, the more things that I add, I say I'll never raise the cost of the subscription. There'll never be a double subscription. So if I add 50 more features over the next couple of years, they're all included in your $11 a year subscription. But people, now that there's more and more and more things that are under the subscription layer, they're like, oh, half the app, really like 5% of the app is under the subscription. So now they're giving me crap. I'm just like, look at all the stuff you get forever for $3. That's saving you all the time. So we have a great announcement. Matt's going to announce, but I'm going to blow it for him because I can't wait to say it. Matt has created a cryptocurrency that supports truth, and it's called Do Me. It's the best. The best.
Dave,
Paul on the plane is very excited about this. The Do Me coin.
It's DOME, one word.
Oh, Dome. I'm sorry. It's Dome.
You're right. You did totally blow it for me.
I did. Tell us about Dome. Tell us about Dome.
All right. So Dome, it's actually Dome Shot. You can go to domeshot.io and check out all the information on it. Dome Shot, or for short, Dome, which is the ticker symbol, is the first token in the history of cryptocurrency to monetize truth. And what this coin does, it's basically a meme token, a flat earth meme token, except it does have utility. And that utility is that Dome is going to start being paid out to FE app users, Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, Zodiac Clock app users, for referrals. So if you've made referrals in the history of your usage of the app, you will receive free Dome. And by the way, free Dome equals freedom. And not only will you receive free Dome every time you make a referral, but we are going to do an airdrop at the beginning for anyone who is an app user that provides an Ethereum MetaMask address. We're going to do a free airdrop to everybody. So Dave's got a spot on the app where you can enter that address, and then we're going to do an airdrop to everyone. We're also going to do an airdrop to everyone based on how many referrals they have. And then we're going to start paying people every time they make a referral, and we're going to be paying them in Dome. Dave, what I miss?
So what you missed is everyone that's made referrals since using their referral code, everyone that's on the leaderboard, and even people that are underneath the top 100, all of those count. The airdrop, you're going to get your Dome for every point that you have. But the only way that happens, that's going to happen probably later this summer of when the airdrop happens. But if you don't add your MetaMask, then you forfeit your Dome, and all of that extra Dome that people don't claim gets spread upon anybody that has at least one referral. So if you go in the friend finder and then click your referral button, which is that button on the middle on the upper left, brings you to the referral area. You got your code. You can, if you haven't customized your code yet, just click the little pencil and put in a custom code that you can remember. Mine is DITRH. Feel free to use my code because then I get more Dome. And then there's this area where it says MetaMask, and you put in your MetaMask. And if you're in there when we do the airdrop, you get all of the Dome sent there. Let's just hope Caleb. I warned him. I texted him. Haven't heard back from him. Right? If he doesn't put it in, that's a lot of Dome getting split up between everybody else. So
and Caleb is number one right now as far as referrals.
Caleb is number one with let's take a look.
How many referrals does he have?
He has it's going to be scary. He has 2,793. Okay, so
that is unbelievable.
How many Dome does he get per referral?
Well, that's something we're going to figure out, but it's
not a little bit. It's not a little. It's a lot.
Yeah. So the point of this airdrop, and people may ask, why would you just give away free coins? Well, the point is to decentralize the token, to spread the token across a large community so that if one person sells their tokens, it doesn't crash the coin. So this is in an effort to spread it out. Also to reward people for being flat earthers. And what am I trying to say, Dave? I think what we want to do is protect the price of the coin, which is rising right now, by the way. If you go to domeshot.io, you can actually buy Dome right now. Scroll down. When people provide, if someone doesn't know what MetaMask is, you're gonna have to go on YouTube. You're gonna have to search what is MetaMask.
How do I make it? Don't you have a video in the on the website?
I do have a video on the website which shows you how to get to the Pulse chain, which is what Dome is launched on. The Pulse chain is a fork of Ethereum. If all this sounds foreign, watch the video at domeshot.io. It'll explain it. You may have to do a little research. You may have to educate yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
But if nothing else, Dave, if someone has been waiting to get into the crypto space, this is going to be a good way to learn.
This is a good way to learn. Zero risk. You get free tokens. You know, when I first got into crypto, they're like, "Oh, you've got some Bitcoin. We're going to give you Bitcoin Cash for free." And I was like, "Oh, okay, great. Something for free. Useless." I ignored it for a couple of years, and then I looked at it. It was like $5,000. I was like, "Whoa!" Yeah. And it's like people don't understand that. So it'll teach you about crypto. You can learn it on YouTube by yourself, or you can go to Jaronism, and he does our crypto lessons. And we were talking about if you do a lesson with Jaron and set up your MetaMask, that we may have some coins that Jaron could give them. Are we still doing that?
Yeah, I don't know. He didn't seem very excited to.
Well, I did talk to him again since then, and now he's getting more excited. What's the difference between Dome and Dogecoin?
Well, actually, Dome. Do you want me to try to answer, or do you want to?
Yeah, I want you to answer.
Okay, well, they're both meme coins.
Okay.
Except I think Dome has an advantage over Doge.
Absolutely. And there's less Dome than there is Doge. And it actually has utility. And what's the worst case scenario? You wake up a friend to Flat Earth. You get a point on the app. So you still get your point. 11 points buys you a subscription. You're going to get all of the Dome on your app. And then I think people are going to be trading and tipping each other and doing stuff. And I may even have some stuff on the app that you can buy with your with your dome coins. I
Yeah.
may offer like featured meetup a section, and it'll cost $5,000 or a small amount of dome. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So
think
no
that's,
one,
I
no
think
one's going to pay the $5,000. You're going to go get that might be 10 referrals, right? 10 referrals worth of dome, and then you can have something featured on the app or whatever. We're going to make it fun. It's going to teach you how to move crypto around, and that's something that's going to be useful. In what's coming in the world.
Yeah, I agree. And for people that are into crypto, they know that there's basically two types of coins. There's meme coins and there's utility coins. And what we've created here is a meme coin with utility. So we have an advantage over 99% of all other meme coins. And we have an advantage over the utility coins because one of the most important things about a coin is the community behind it. And the Flat Earth community is one of the most loyal communities in the world and on the flat earth, and why not take this freedom and help us create freedom for many people.
Nice. And there's two different kinds of mining. Now there's three. There's
That's right.
proof of work, proof of stake, and dome is proof of mind. Because as
Yes,
you unlock a mine, you're unlocking dome, and you
that's
get it.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. So some coins you have mining, we have minding. And so the minding portion is that every time you share the app, you're going to get some dome for free sent to you, sent straight to your wallet, to the address that you provide. Then we have the Earth Day airdrop. So yearly on Earth Day, April 22nd, we're going to do an airdrop to users that have referrals. So everyone that has um, referred Dome over the course of the year, there's inevitably going to be
Referred the
people
app.
that
Referred the app.
referred that, yeah, excuse
Yeah.
me, referred the app. Inevitably, there's going to be people that have referred the app but have not provided their address. And so all that dome goes into a separate pool. And on our Earth Day airdrop, we send that out to all the people that do have referrals based on a percentage, their individual percentage of the total referrals. And then, yeah, and then we have the flattening, which every year that the amount of dome that we're going to be paying out to referrals will reduce by a certain amount, and that amount will be dictated in a way to make sure that there's dome forever
It,
to be able
it's
to be paid out.
it's kind of like the Bitcoin halving every certain number of blocks. The amount you earn for mining a Bitcoin gets halved. So we have a flattening.
We have a flattening. That's
Yeah,
correct. And
nice.
what I hope, Dave, is that 10 years down the road, we'll realize that we were paying people like $10,000 a piece per
Per
referral. Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the Flat Earth Podcast, Matt. Can you believe we gave out $10,000 per referral? Well, like it'll be the funniest thing ever. But hey, we're making no promises, nothing. Worst case scenario is you learn a skill, you get a utility, a meme coin that has utility. You wake up people, and you'll be able to do stuff with it. Maybe we're going to have a conference one day, a big conference in Mexico, and those with enough dome can get a big discount or free lodging or whatever. That's going to all be adding to the value. There is zero downsides to this. Zero. There's only positives. Only positives.
Yeah, I
There
agree.
you go. And so if you go to the referral section, there's a little dome icon. Click it. That'll bring you to the website. You can learn more about it. Get a lesson from Jaron. I think we will give him some coins, so you get like 1,000 dome or something for doing it. To a certain point. If he gets like 9,000 people, that would be awesome. But we'll see. So for
Yeah,
now, we'll put it like that.
yeah. So in crypto, we talk about coins going to the moon or mooning. So in that case, dome, we doming, right? Because the dome would be the highest
That's right.
possible part that you can
I
get
love
to.
you to the moon is like, damn, that's not so much. It's right there.
Yeah,
It's right
I
there.
love you to the dome and back.
I love you to the dome and back because that's as far as you can go.
So if we're trying to exponentially rocket something to the dome, should we call that Operation Fishbowl?
Operation Dome.
Fishbowl. That's where they tried to explode the high altitude nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Operation Fishbowl will be trying to push Dome to the dome, essentially.
Yeah. So so Dome is going to Operation Fishbowl.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
I hope people enjoy this. I think it's going to be great. I predict that 90% of the people that have referrals don't put in their MetaMask and miss the airdrop and come crying to us. If you come crying to us and you write a really nice email and include your MetaMask, we'll give you one dome as a consolation prize. Just one.
There you go. There you go.
One
And
dome.
so we probably need to set a deadline for when people need to get their MetaMask address on the app.
I will do a pop-up on the app saying that the airdrop date is set at whatever the date is, and make sure it'll be a video explaining how to, probably a clip of this video explaining how to set up, how to get your MetaMask in there, and it costs you nothing. It costs you nothing. There's already people in crypto that are like, I like this project, and they're buying up some big bags.
That's true. We have talked to a number of folks in the crypto space that are very excited about it, and they are buying up bags currently as you can purchase it right now. I think also if you know someone who's into crypto and you want them to get some free Dome, we'll just have them buy the app and put their MetaMask wallet address in.
I'm just laughing at some of the people with more creative minds listening to getting free Dome and having a different interpretation of it. Okay. Yeah. It's freedom. Freedom, baby.
Freedom. Just freedom. Know that I come from a biblical worldview and don't have a dirty mind.
Yes. Some people do though, but that's okay. Whatever's in your mind is your issue, not mine.
Right. Right. Exactly.
All right. What's next?
That's it. That's all I've got. I think we should remind people that I'm going to be in Waco on June 23rd. I'll be in Lakeland, Florida.
Make a meetup for that. And everybody go to your meetup maker on your app. Make sure you update your app. There's been some more updates since the last update. And go to the meetup maker and select your radius. So it emails you and it warns you when there's a meetup. Also, the one in Florida, I think there's already one on there. I think the creator of that already made one on the meetup maker.
Okay, great. And then I'll be in Lakeland, Florida. That's August 8th through 11th. And then Dave, you're going to be in New York and London. Give us those dates again.
I'm going to be in New York this Saturday, which is what's today? The 5th. So 6th, 7th, 8th. Saturday the 8th at Alex Lowry's meetup in Brooklyn, New York. Check it out on the meetup maker. It's right there. That'll be Saturday evening. Then I'll be on the last Tuesday of June, whatever date that is, 24th, maybe 25th, something like that. I will be at the Flat Earth Social, which there's probably like 100 people that show up there easily. And then the 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th, I will be at Sounds Beautiful Festival. This is a 4-day festival. They have camping. You can also get a glamping tent they'll set you up with. There's also other places to stay. But the whole festival is, I think it's $160 for 4 days. That's crazy. Wow. That's $40 a day. And there's health stuff. There's great speakers. Allegedly, Dave's going to be there. Myself is going to be there. A lot of speakers.
Yeah, great. And are you committing to getting this podcast out before the meetup on the 8th? Sounds like you are.
I am planning on getting it out with very little editing. I will put it together. Hopefully, it's out in the next 27 hours.
Nice. We don't need any editing. We got
it. No, we didn't. I got to put the commercials in there. Come on, I got to make it pretty. I got to have a bumper. Why don't you find me some bumper music? You know what? I got it.
I forgot about our sponsors. They need.
Yeah. Considering we will get complaints on this one. What, the entire show was a commercial?
That's true. It kind of was.
I don't view this as commercials. I view it as really cool stuff in Flat Earth. It's all stuff that people want, right?
Yeah.
The compasses are awesome gifts. I have 3 already, and I want another one. Paige is like, there's a lot of these in our house. She's freaking out. But they're amazing. And actually, I gave one to Roseanne, her son, the producer, co-host. He's like, this is going on our wall in the new studio. So hopefully all future episodes of Roseanne will have a flat Earth compass behind them on the wall.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That would be awesome. Well, thank you everyone for joining. Dave, you're going to put some short videos out about some of the new ads on the app regarding Dome, the Meetup Maker, and all that stuff too, right?
Yeah, they're already on my channel, DITRH. Go check them out and check it out. FlatEarthDave.com. Everything's there. And if, again, all the videos that, if you see a video that's missing from the playlist, from the history, from the archives, just go to FlatEarthDave.tv. It's there. Everything is there. I've got it set. So when YouTube deletes us within 24 hours, all of the playlists will be reconfigured and just pointing to a new blockchain server.
Awesome. Awesome. You guys can find me at Matt, son of Chris, on Instagram, Telegram, and Twitter. And we appreciate you guys listen. I'm sure we'll do a podcast here pretty soon.
Yeah, pretty soon. All right, man. Thanks. See ya.
Flat Earth, open your mind wide, spread the truth about the Earth's real side. No more spinning, no more round, it's flat. Wake up the world, let's start where we're at. We're the force, we got the evidence. No hidden agenda, just common sense. No curvature, just a level plane. We'll show the world we're not insane.